Hello, it's National Storytelling Week, which means we've got the great opportunity to help you all deliver better creative storytelling within your social media marketing. To do that, we need to answer 6 questions for you. What is creative storytelling? Why is creative storytelling important? Why does creative storytelling impact? Why does it deepen the connection with your audience? Why is it misunderstood? How do you get it wrong? And why is creative storytelling ideal for social media marketing? We will get on to all of that. But first, let's start with what is creative storytelling. Shock horror, this is bringing together the principles of story making, storytelling. Some of you will be aware that you would have settings, characters, plot, conflict, resolution. You might have a point of view, and you'd have a theme that would run through the story. How does that apply to brand? Well, very quickly, let's just use a scenario that you want to tell a world about your CSR, your endeavours to reduce plastic waste. The evil within that story would be the plastic, but who are the heroes? And what is happening within the story that has threat and jeopardy and excitement and thrill? And where's the heroism within the story? If you figure out those elements to your message, to your story, you will have far better stories to tell. That will then bring you on to how you go and produce better visuals to break up the elements of that story. Remember, social media isn't a one-hit wonder, single ad set. Best practice is having a content suite, what we call nudge nurture, a series of content that helps audiences come to a shared understanding around a philosophy, a product, a service. But creative storytelling is not a creds video. Stop doing that. 2, why is creative storytelling important? Well, it forces you away from those bland messages, those credential videos. It forces you away from product first. It forces you to think of the interesting message within the element of your story. Who are the people that make your business win? Why do they excel? Why are their points of views making a difference in business and society, and how is that impacting other people? If you start looking at the elements of storytelling from scene setting, through establishing characters, to devising a plot that you want to tell, bringing in the external conflict. Is it that there are too many AIs that don't have machine learnings applied to them, so there's coding bias within it? Are they the evil element within your story? But where's the heroism and where's the saviour? That brings us on nicely to the resolution element of the story. And your point of view will be around having better use of AIs, for example. Storytelling applies to everything. It's not just like consumer. It can go across the sternest of B2B, and it makes a massive difference. 3, why does creative storytelling impact? Well, it draws audiences in, and it takes audiences on a journey. It takes them beyond that initial message of, oh, look at us, look at what we're doing. We built this, we created this, we did this, we're excellent at this, we won this award. Important stuff, but that's the wrong delivery mechanic. Have a story that shows why your insight and your smarts made a difference. How was that heroic for a business, an opportunity, a theme, and why did it impact? And then the byline will be, oh, we won an award for it. 3, why does it impact? Well, it draws people in. Stories hook people, and then we want to find out more about the story, and we want to see where the story is going to take us. Whether it's a story about your CSR, or whether it's a story about your brilliant people, or whether it's a story around gritters going out on the road. Tell me you've seen those wonderfully named gritters we have up and down the country. It hooks people into what's happening. We make the story of a gritter going out and gritting the road something that becomes memorable. And that memorability is the important aspect that you need. Brand recall, people and connecting with your brand, all those lovely jargon messages we put out, brand love and all the rest of it. If you have better stories and you tell better stories, you will hook more people in to remembering your stories. Brand memorability. 4, why does it deepen connection? Well, the brand book will tell you that you foster more like-minded people into brand affinity, which then delivers brand equity and all the rest of it. You need to be targeting the right people with your stories, firstly. You need to make sure that you're going after the right audience, the audience that's going to have an interest within your business. But then if you're serving better stories to those audiences, you will get greater cut through within a relevant audience, an audience that has the potential to buy from you. Again, whether you are a consumer brand or a B2B, it works. We do this day in, day out. Number 5, why is creative storytelling misunderstood? Well, people mistook the facets of creative storytelling for license to tell stories around products, but then not follow the principles of creative storytelling. I think brainstorms happen that are well intended, where people want to create better stories, they want to create better content, but then they get distracted in those meetings, perhaps, by people saying, well, we need to move this product, or we need to push this message, or we've got this financial challenge, we need content that speaks to that. And then the focus becomes those problems in front of them. How do we push this very specific tech product that few people have emotive resonance with? And we're doing that because we've got a brand problem, rather than what's our brand story? What's the story that's going to shift out more product? What's the story that shows that we're a great business? What's the story that shows we've got talented people? What's the story that shows we really care about being more sustainable and making more ethical impact in society and helping our business partners do that? What are those stories? Go and tell those stories. People will then want to discover more about your brand, and they will discover those brand technology things. I'm not saying you can't have a post or two around your product, but it needs to be woven in the vast majority of great storytelling. Otherwise, people just get switched off. This is the modern day equivalent of walking into a store and somebody saying to you, "Can I help you?" No. Even if you want help, no, I don't. So focus on brand stories to hook the volume of attention, and then weave in some of those product messages. 6, why is it ideal for social media? Well, tell me a channel better than social media for telling stories. There isn't one. It doesn't exist. We sit at home, dual screening. We're on social when we're watching the TV. We're on social when we're working. We're on social when we're commuting or about to return to commuting. We want entertainment. We want to be inspired. We want to see content that, well, creates a setting, has characters, has a plot, has conflict, has resolution, gives us a point of view, has a lovely theme that hooks us in. We want the 7 principles of creative storytelling, and we want them now, and we want them in social media. It's National Storytelling Week. If you do one thing this week, go and set up a brainstorm and look at a way you can tell a new brand story by weaving in those story elements. Go and find some provocation, go and find a lovely plot that has a bit of conflict and helps you showcase how your business is heroic in overcoming those villainous characters.